If at night there's no shooting, people were asking why there was no shooting tonight. We have been grown in that culture for the last 40 years. Imprisonment, torture, chemical attack, kidnapping, disappearance, massacre. There is no Iraqi family having had one member or more, or one neighbor, or one of their kids, son, father, parents, have not been passed through one of those traumatic events. Because we know that torture and trauma affects individuals, their families, and the whole community. Usually, torture survivors, they are experiencing psychosocial symptoms. So they have domestic violence, they become abusive. But family members should understand that these are the negative coping mechanisms they are experiencing. Basically, we are providing holistic approach, client-centered approach. Take one member of a society, torture him or her, send him back to the society. It's as if you torture all the society. That's why we say it's important to rehabilitate. It's important to rehabilitate even old torture survivors.
The attention to mental health, I think it's, in the human rights field, I think it's one of the most neglected areas.
That's why it's important to realize that even those who have been tortured some years ago, still the effect is ongoing. Supporting those victims, even after decades, still needed.
Something like, for example, when somebody was arrested, that it wasn't so much the arrest, but it was the look on their children's faces.
Correct.
This is kind of the things that stay with them, the mental healing, and how do you get back? How do you
fighting among each other, using weapons. These are all reactions and symptoms and impacts of torture. This reaction, if not dealt with in a proper way, it might become, among them, become an extremist. That's why they are thinking about the revenge. I would say even rehabilitation by itself, it's rehabilitation, and at the same time, it's having impact on prevention. So when the UN understand it's a long process and the impact might come in a long period.
What you do on the ground is one of the nearest points of the human rights mechanisms to reality.
We are getting training from experts, and we are continuously delivering our training to others.
Is this a challenge or a benefit for the exchange of experiences?
Well, actually, it's both. It's a challenge because you have to develop or to adapt to the specific context, which is usually not easy. And it's a benefit to have a support from UN. It reassures the beneficiaries that our center is not affiliated with any parties or with the state. They might have been tortured by state, and that center make beneficiaries to be assured that they are going to a safe place. We should even encourage other people to work in the same field, to train them, to mentor them, and for them to provide support to their community. Our first client, he came one day at the end of the therapy, and he said, I was about to drown. You were like boat and take me from the sea to the safe place. We feel that our work is worth. Our work is never end.